Or accept I'm performing.
Oh, sorry. That's the airport? Yeah. I can't
Okay, okay.
All right, guys. Do we have any first-time riders on board?
Yes.
Hey, me too.
Yes.
What's so funny? Nobody laughed at that one. Okay. We just now left an altitude of 6,559 feet. We're going to be climbing to an overall height of 10,378 feet. During these next 15 minutes, we're going to be climbing over 4,000 feet, so I recommend chewing some gum, yawn a lot, pop those ears. By the way, my name is Leif. I'm going to be your cabin operator. If you have any... Hello. If you have any questions or comments, then let me know. But if you have any concerns, then my name is Dylan with a Y. And yes, that was targeted at somebody. If you guys look below us right now, you're going to see a little hiking trail. That trail used to be the service road to build tower number 1. It's very skinny, only one little pickup truck can fit on that thing, and it is about a 1.5 mile hike. It's pretty steep too. I did it 2 days ago, and my heart felt like it was about to implode. And speaking of tower number 1, we are coming up on her right now. We're gonna get a little bit of swing, a little bit of sway, or as I like to say, swing. Swine. If you guys look to my left, follow the ridge all the way up to the highest point you can see, you're going to see a little boulder. We call that cannon rock. It looks like an old school style Civil War cannon. That rock is about the same size as the cabin that we are currently in. It might weigh a little bit more. You guys seem pretty cool. Slightly ahead of us to my right, we're going to see another very cool looking boulder. This one right here. Looks like it's about to fall over. It's about 8 feet wide, 2.5 stories tall. We call that one fish rock. Kind of looks like a fish. If you look closely, it's got a frowny face on it. That's because it's a sad fishy. He's sad because he's a father who's distraught because he lost his son. Somebody got the reference. Emo. And down to my left, you're going to see a little valley. Follow that valley up a little ways towards the right side of it. You're going to see what looks like a stack of rocks. It is actually one singular rock formation. We call that one totem pole. It looks a little bit like a finger. I'm going to let you guys decide which finger that is. Pick a good one. Pick your favorite. I know mine. I had to use it on the way here this morning. That is not a joke. He swerved to my lane. I'm like, this tram system is the longest in North America. It took 2 years to complete. Construction started in 1964 and it finished in 1966. At the time of its construction, of the project was around $6 million. Today's inflation value brings that up to a whopping 19 million.
30 miles ago.
No. If you guys come up in the summer, then you may see things like black bear, deer, bobcats, maybe a mountain lion. I see deer when I hike up here a lot, in the summertime, of course. And right here to my left, you're going to see a very cool looking cliff face. It looks as though it had been scooped out with a spoon. That is because back in prehistoric times, it was a natural water reservoir. Think about it like a water tank, but made out of rocks. One day it got struck by lightning and it all blew up. The water that was in there. Yeah, I got struck by lightning one time and it all blew up. The water that was in there is what created the aquifer that is underneath Albuquerque. Now we all drink Sandy tap water and we all love it. A lot. To my right, there's going to be a bright orange windsock. That is approximately where the helicopter landed to build tower number 2. Speaking of helicopters, this whole thing took over 5,000 helicopter trips to complete. And speaking of tower number 2, we are coming up on it right now. Whoa, whoa, whoa!
We're good.
Oh, it does. Yeah. Make sure to wave at our sister cabin right here to our right. And that marks our halfway point. If you guys could excuse me, I'm going to open up the doors for those by a halfway ticket. We are right now passing over our highest point. We're about 950 feet off the ground. To give you some perspective, the Eiffel Tower stands at about 1,100 feet. The drop to the bottom from here is about 6.8 seconds, if anybody's curious. We're passing over our first major canyon 3. This one is called Big Canyon. It's called that because the guy who named it is very boring and very creative. Like, come on, it's Big Canyon. Big Canyon. Directly ahead of us to my left, you're going to see another very cool looking cliff face. We call that one Ego Boost. It is called that. Climb that thing because they are insane. They are not allowed to pound any permanent fixtures into the rock, so they free solo it. Meaning they climb without any fall protection. When they get to the top, they get a nice big old ego boost. When they climb down, it triples. Hey, anybody see those red spots down there at the bottom? Somebody laughed. I feel validated. We are now passing over our second major canyon. This one is called Echo Canyon. Echo Canyon.
Echo Canyon.
I got a few chuckles. Once again, I feel validated. The cable that we are currently hanging from is the same cable that supports our sister tram car. It runs in a big old loop. It goes 2.7 miles one way, so that means all the way around it's, I don't know, what, 5.4? Oh, yeah. Big old. Oh, yeah. If anybody's wondering what these orange things are that we keep passing over, they are called slack carriers. What they do is they mount to the two cables on the side that do not move, and they have two pulley wheels in them, and they maintain the slack on our main center cable. AKA the Hulk. Get out. You guys are freaked out. We are now passing over our third and final canyon. This one is called Domingo Baca Canyon. Domingo Baca translates from Spanish to Sunday cow, and it is Sunday, so how fun is that? It is also named after a real dude. He was a conquistador who explored this area back in 1598, and he must have done something right because he has a whole canyon named after him. Either that or he murdered everybody that argued because that's what conquistadors did. Little history lesson there. The ridge crest up to the highest point that you can see. You're going to see a little stone cabin. That is called Kawani's Cabin. It was built in Conservation Corps. Back when it was made, it was a hiker shelter. Now it's more of an attraction. It's about a 1.4-mile hike from the upper terminal. If you do that, then I would recommend watching your step. There's a lot of ice everywhere. And do not climb on top of it because if you get caught, you get caught with a $10,000 fine. Which I have done. Don't tell anybody. For those who don't know, for whatever reason, these mountains are called the Sandia Mountains. Sandia translates from Spanish to watermelon. They are called that because at sunset, if you look at it as bright pink, the rocks that make that happen are called potassium-rich feldspar. It took me like a month to memorize.
Check everything out. Check it out.
We are now approaching the top of the mountain. I'm going to list out a few amenities that we have. At our upper terminal, we have a vending machine and we have bathrooms. Unfortunately, our water fountain hasn't really been working for the past, 2 weeks. But I bet if you haggle with the lady who's at the desk up here, then you can get your hands on some. We also have an amazing restaurant. They've got great food. They've also got a great bar. Bottom to top.
Why can't I just go down here?
Are these?
Go down here.
Well, you can't go in the car.
Very difficult to get there.
No, I mean, on the back side, there's a road that
So that we
leads
can
up to
pull in
right
there
here.
and
And
then get out.
that
An
hour.
No, but I mean from the bottom.
The parking lot at that area is about 3 miles an hour. There was one time when my dad hiked up here, like on the lowest trail from the bottom to the top. And the tram had to shut down for like 3 hours due to high winds, so he was able to get the tram back down. So we had to hike 3 miles that way. Yeah, must have been a rough.
The Ellis Trailhead is a lot closer.
LS.
Ellis, it's the one that, the access road, and that all the, that believe is the access road. Comes out, comes out, and walks out the road. It's about a mile.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, it's like a
Restaurant.
I'll Google it.
That's a lot better than going to the main.
Oh yeah, like the Kiwanis, yeah.
That's a lot better.
We're gonna get a few bumps as we dock, guys, so be ready for those. Not too bad. Each tram car goes down every 15 minutes. The last one goes down at 9 o'clock tonight, so you have up until then to kind of hang out, enjoy the views, enjoy the food.
It's amazing how close that glass is to that door.
Oh yeah. It's lovely. We're gonna get one last final bump as we dock, and here it comes right now. Wow, I feel like a celebrity. This nice lady right here is going to be letting you out through the doors to my left. Please watch your step on the way out. There's going to be a little bit of a gap. Thank you so much, guys. Have a happy egg day.
Happy egg day.
Or funny day.
Hey, what up, y'all? Just giving y'all, a little bit of a tour. Just sharing the experience with y'all. This is the Sandia tram, and that's in New Mexico. All right, so the elevation here, like I said, man, is absolutely ridiculous. It's crazy. You feel me? Yeah, go ahead. So just giving y'all a tour. All right. Hope everybody's doing good. The sun is out. It's a beautiful Sunday. Get it? This spot is called the Tram, T-E, a restaurant they got up here at the top of the mountain. So basically, all of our natural resources, they have turned into a form of commercial, revenue for the colonizers. You know how it is, right? Said what? The Civilization Conservation Corp built a day lodge in 1983. Right, boom. Show you guys looks like from down below. This is like the west view. So this is called the west view right here. So you'll see a lot of Spanish names, right? So basically, it says a lot, right? The conquistadors, right? Spaniards from Spain, right? So this is what it looks like from here. Boom. We came from all the way down there, all the way to the top. So you see all the mountains, the elevation is so high, right? So that's why, our ancestors, man, they were so elevated because being that high, feel me? But that might go over some heads though. Let me see if I can show y'all something. That's another tram going down from where we just came from. All right, pardon me. All right, Sandia Mountain Wilderness. All right, let me see if I could read that for y'all, right? Sandia Mountain Wilderness. The Sandia Mountain Wilderness is the heart of the Sandia Mountain Range and the iconic image of Albuquerque's skyline. designated by Congress in 1978. The wilderness is 37,877 acres. Nearly 1 million people live at its base. Many seeking the solitude provided along its 117 miles of trails. Sandia Mountain Wilderness, LSL Corazon de la Sandia Mountain Range, ESL Icano de Horizonte. Oh, so that's pretty much reiterating what I just read in English. Yeah, just to let y'all know, I know how to do it. Read a little Spanish, que paso. All right, yo tengo hombre. You know how it is. All right.
I zoomed in.
Okay.
You are.
So you got some of the hawks right here. Could look like a wildcat.
Gotta go this way.
Yeah, the rocks go angle. Oh, yeah. You like that one? I think that one's cute. All right.
Alrighty. Let me see what else we got. There's a restaurant over here. The 10-3. So, and people come up here, skiing, hiking, stuff like that. Let's see what we have. Yeah, what's going on? Actually live right now. Yeah, that's info. That's about it. All right, so let's see what they have here. Grasslands. Check this. For those of you who don't believe, all right, check this out. Dinosaurs, right? Dinosaurs lived in the jungles that covered most of western New Mexico 70 million years ago. The Albuquerque area was then a low plain near the seashore. Duck-billed and horned dinosaurs browsed in the dense forest, keeping a watchful eye out for large meat-eating dinosaurs. What is that? Let me see. 70 million year old rocks, however, remain on sandy crest. They literally slid much later when it was pushed and now in secret. This is the sense. Ancestors. This is a limestone. 300 million year old. Right? Proof of the sandstones over 7 years. 370 years. $1700s, early 1800s. You know what I mean? Don't let nobody fool y'all with this. The one, yeah, it's breaking up because you know, the reception up here is kind of you know, the altitude. You know what I mean? So that's why it's breaking up. So, but you know, just wanted to you know, just share a little bit of the experience with y'all. You know, so I'm gonna do like a and so you know, I could kind of like upload it later, you know, without the interruptions. All right, so I'm about to you know, shut this down. All right, so we'll talk soon. Peace.